Hey, and we're back with Marvel Fridays.
It's Saturday!
No, it's not. It's fucking Sunday.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier is Marvel's next MCU show on their Disney Plus platform, and the show takes place 6 months after Endgame, and it follows the events of Falcon and the Winter Soldier and their adventures on carrying up the mantle for the late Captain America. So, I'm gonna be real, I forgot that this show was supposed to release today, and my friends were telling me all about it. I was just like, oh yeah, that does come out today and everything. So sat down and I watched it, and when the show first starts out, I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't really impressed because it was Sam was flying around doing cool tricks and everything, but I was like, alright, that's cool and everything, but he's just being his normal superhero. But then the show takes a turn and everything, and it starts to focus. Instead of focusing on the big old action and everything, it focuses on the characters of Sam Wilson and Bucky Barnes, and I was just hooked right off the bat. That's something these side shows of the MCU keep doing. They fleshed out Wanda and showed how she's grieving and everything, and now we're starting to see how all the background characters are affected in this Avengers world where aliens fall out the sky and all that shit. But I loved it. It shows that Sam and Bucky Barnes and Sam Wilson, you can pit these two together, and they're opposites of the same coin. You got Sam, who's a well-known Avenger, and people love him, and when he's around, everybody's oh, I want to take a selfie and all that, or hey, you're a cool dude, can I be around you on the wings and all that. But when it comes to when he tries to help his sister get a loan so he can keep their family business afloat and everything, they're not really able to do much because they're just well, we just respect you as the hero, but we're just not gonna let you do all that and everything. And Sam is still gonna try, but you can see he still has to go through obstacles, and it just it's just defining. It just showed more of what kind of person he is and everything, and why Steve gave him the shield and all that. Sam's having a hard time trying to fit into the normal world, being Sam instead of being the Falcon. And then you have Bucky, who's trying to be Bucky in the normal world instead of the Winter Soldier, but he can't be Bucky in the Winter Soldier without he can't be Bucky without revealing himself as the former Winter Soldier, because he can't open up to people. He has this big robotic arm covering his left. It was his left arm, right? Yeah, it was his left arm. So he has this robotic arm, and a lot of people know he was a former agent of Hydra, and he did all these bad things. He killed a lot of people, and he was wanted, and apparently it was, according to people, it's what split the Avengers in half. Well, some of it. I don't know if they fixed that story up or not, but I remember in Civil War he was one of the reasons, and that the media was pushing, but we all know that's not the case. And then he's hanging with Yori, I believe the Asian guy's name is. Yori's talking about he's spending time with Buck and everything, and they're at this place, and he's trying to communicate and blend, just be out there, and and then Yori sees these mochi cakes, and then it just reminds him of the sun. And we saw a scene earlier where Bucky was back when he was Winter Soldier, and he was killing off these I forget what place they're in. I don't wanna. was killing off these foreign leaders, and then like there's this kid there, and then like the kid saw all of it, and Bucky kills the kid. But then we soon learn that that kid was his son, and he doesn't know that. They keep saying he doesn't know that his son was killed by the Winter Soldier, and like Bucky, like he can't tell. He wants to tell like him, like, I'm sorry, this was me who killed your son. I'm the reason why you were grieving and everything. But you can see that he can't, and it's like haunting him, and like you can tell like he's having all these nightmares and everything about his past life, and it's really heartbreaking. And which makes me wonder, like, I remember a line from Civil War where like Tony has him in a headlock, and like he's like, do you even remember their names? And Bucky's response to that is like, I remember all of them. Like, that wasn't an exaggeration. He really does. Like, it sucks for the man. Like, I feel for him, and like it's just sad. And he was like, in Wakanda he found peace and everything, and for some reason I believed that line, but like the therapist was like, oh, that's bullshit and everything, and I'm like, I don't know, is it really? Because like he was chill in Wakanda and he liked it, and then war came to him and he was forced to fight, and then he died because of it, but then he came back into another fight, and now he's just here, and there's nothing going on. So like I'm glad we get to see like these characters like struggle in the real world, and not that everything's like eggs and bacon, like easy. I don't know why I used that term, but it just came to my mind. But like I just love how that works. And then like this was the blur for me. Like I knew as soon as Sam gave away Steve's shield, well, it's not really Steve's anymore, but as soon as he gave away the shield to the US government, of all people, Sam, the US government, as soon as he gave that shield away, I knew they were gonna take that shield and like remake Captain America in their own image, because like we all remember Steve. Like Steve was always the one that questioned everything. Steve was always the leader, was always the one that was like, I do everything from right or wrong, and like despite Civil War or how you may look at it, like Steve was always about doing what was good for like everybody, and like he couldn't be controlled by the US government or anything. And then now they have an opportunity to make their own Captain America that is specifically for the US government and everything. This person can like, it's like basically an agent that can't break his vows and everything. Like, it was a huge slap in the face. They really did my man dirty. I kept seeing like hashtag they did Captain America dirty. I was like, what does that mean? Did they like kill him or something? Like, what did him dirty how? And then I see the episode and I'm like, oh, that's not what I was expecting at all. But like, what can you expect? Like, it's like, Steve fought for years trying not to do this, and he was like, it's more than the shield and everything. The government is just looking at the shield and everything. Like, they're using it as a symbol, but they're gonna use it in the wrong way. What made Steve Captain America was because the guy who was doing the serum for him, he said, you have a good heart and everything. And then that was the same thing Steve told Sam, which is why Steve gave the shield to Sam, and I hope they develop that over the series. But like, that was just like a huge slap to the face. Like, I didn't like that.
Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that? What is it?
Another thing, well, I like that it's in the show and it's gonna build up the characters, but like, it's just, I just hate seeing it, you know? Another thing I didn't like was, and I think I expressed this before, but now like they're calling Thanos Snap the Blip. I don't like that. Like, the blip? Really? Like, are you kidding me? But, like, I get it in Far From Home. Like, the high school students, they came up with that name, and they were using it because they were high school students. But, like, now everybody's just using it. They're just like, oh, after the blip, after the blip, after the blip. I'm like, couldn't we have came up with a better name? Like, I can see why the high school students are using it, but, like, why everybody else? Like, there's no reason for everybody else to use it. Like, I don't know, maybe that's a me thing. I just preferred a better name than the blip, you know? And, like, that's just probably my insecurities. But, and then, like, another thing, like, they keep referencing in these shows, even though we've only had so far one full show and now they're starting this one, but a thing they keep trying to, like, push out is that, yeah, everybody's back, but, like, the world isn't normal as it was 5 years ago or anything. Like, there's chaos all around. Allies are now enemies, and, like, shit's just out of control, which makes you wonder, like, you know, Thanos had this big plan, and he was like, I wipe out half life, and the other half will thrive. But, like, the Avengers, they have their one-shot plan, and they brought everybody back. And so they're just like, okay, like, that was cool, and I was all for that. But, like, was it really, like, you have to ask yourself, was it really worth it, though? Because, like, I don't think they only thought about, like, just bringing everybody back, but what about after that? Because now, like, apparently, like, the world's just fucked up, which makes me think, like, was it really the right thing to undo Thanos' plan and everything? Like, I don't think there was really a win. Like, maybe there was a win. Like, maybe getting everybody back is a win, but, like, what about after that? Like, that's, I don't know, I just love thinking about that. I just like how everything is so black and white and not, no, that's wrong. I like how everything is not so black and white, and, like, it's just real gray, and, you know, like, it's just a lot to uncover. But as far as that, it was a very good first episode, and, like, I'm excited to see what happens next. Also, where do you think Captain America is? Do you think he's dead? Is he really on the moon? Or is he just laying low and living the rest of his days until he finally passes? Like, anyway, guys, that's it for this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.